Foundation scholarships. These and more right after this. And now the news in detail. Rashane Barnett, the man charged with the gruesome murder of a Clarendon mother and her 4 children, has pleaded guilty. Barnett entered the plea this afternoon in the Home Circuit Court. He is charged with 5 counts of murder in relation to killing of his cousins Kemisha Wright, Kimanda Smith, Shirley Smith, Rafaela Smith, and 23-month-old Kishan Henry Jr. The victims were discovered inside the Cocoa Peace home in Clarendon with chop wounds and their throats slashed on June 21. Barnett, who had been staying at the house, fled the area to Wilson Run in Trelawney and was later apprehended in the parish. At his first court appearance, the prosecution had served notice that it will be seeking the death penalty. Sophia Lugg, the mother of missing social media personality Donnelly Donaldson, has been hospitalized. Her brother Neil Lugg reportedly said that he took her to the University Hospital of the West Indies on Wednesday night in relation to previous respiratory issues which needed to be addressed but were put off due to Donaldson's disappearance. He said that subsequent testing had revealed that her condition worsened. Her illness, however, is not life-threatening, he noted. Neil, who is Donaldson's uncle, underscored that her disappearance has deeply affected the family, which he said has impacted his sister's health. Sophia Lugg, who had reported her daughter missing on July 13, alleged that her boyfriend, Constable Noel Maitland, had picked up Donaldson on the evening of July 11 and that she has not been seen since. Maitland was yesterday arrested by detectives from the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Division. Meanwhile, the bodies of 2 men were discovered near a canal along Job Lane in Spanish Town, St. Catherine this morning. Reports was that one of the men was reported missing on Friday, July 22. It was reported that residents stumbled upon the bodies around 9:30 a.m. and an alarm was raised. The police arrived at the scene, which was cordoned off earlier today. The police have released the identities of the 2 men who were killed in Wednesday's crash along the Mandela Highway. They are 37-year-old Kevin Muir, a taxi operator of Erie Castle Road, Stony Hill in St. Andrew, and Mark Witter. Reports from the Central Village Police are that about 4:10 p.m., Muir was driving a Nissan AD wagon motor car towards Kingston with 3 men aboard. They were reportedly coming from a funeral. On reaching a section of the roadway, Muir allegedly lost control of the vehicle and crashed into a rear of a Mazda Primacy motor car that was traveling towards Spanish Town, St. Catherine. The police were alerted and Muir and Witter, the 2 other men, were taken to hospital. Muir and Witter died while being treated. The 2 other men were admitted for treatment. It's now time for the Suncity Street Beat. The Suncity Street Beat is a feature that allows the people of St. Catherine to voice their views while keeping the Suncity team on the pulse of news. You're still listening to the evening news right here on Suncity 104.9 FM. We'll have more right after this. We apologize for that, and it's now time for the Suncity Street Beat. We went into some Portmore communities to let the residents voice their views on how prepared they are in the event of a hurricane. And here's what the residents have to say.
I always have like batteries, lamps, so I'm prepared. Yeah.
We're more prepared for the rupture than anything else. I don't think we can well prepared for natural disaster. Natural disaster, it happen anytime suddenly, so we can't prepare our soul to meet God, and that's the only preparation I'm ready for.
No, we don't have the proper facilities in place now. Infrastructure, no. It's not ready for most people, especially most vulnerable, no.
My concern is I have some trees very, very close to my house, and I've asked the municipality. I have asked them to cut down the trees, and every time they say, yes, I'm coming, but nobody is coming, so I don't know if they will still come when the hurricane is there, because maybe that's what they are waiting, and if they don't see anything imminent, they don't do anything about it.
We not normally prepared, but as soon as we get the bulletin, we get ourselves together and start getting the stuff that's necessary for the hurricane. But normally when a hurricane, you're not normally prepared. Only on the appointed time, you run to get the necessary stuff.
Maybe because we had so many chances already in the past. Every time a hurricane comes, it basically just passed Jamaica. So the rush spending seems unnecessary if it's not urgent, as in we know for sure that it's coming towards us. That's probably why.
You're listening to the evening news right here on Suncity 104.9 FM. Continuing the stories with news in the region. Guyanese Vice President Barata Jagdeo tested positive for COVID-19. According to a statement issued by the Department of Public Information DPI yesterday, Jagdeo is currently in Washington as part of a Guyana government delegation. President Ifran Ali and all other members of his delegation were also tested, and the results returned negative. President Ali and other members of his delegation will continue the remainder of the agenda. The DPI said that prior to his departure from Guyana, Jagdeo showed no symptoms and had tested negative. In international news, JetBlue has agreed to buy Spirit Airlines for $3.8 billion in a deal that would create the nation's fifth largest airline if approved by United States regulators. Jada Francis has the details.
The agreement Thursday comes a day after Spirit's attempt to merge with Frontier Airlines fell apart. Spirit had recommended its shareholders approve a lower offer from Frontier, saying that antitrust regulators are more likely to reject the bid from JetBlue. JetBlue CEO Robin Hayes said in a statement, "This combination is an exciting opportunity to diversify and expand our network, add jobs and new responsibilities for crew members, and expand our platform for profitable growth." The combined airline, which will be based in New York and led by Hayes, would have a fleet of 458 aircrafts. The airlines will continue to operate independently until after the transaction closes. JetBlue said Thursday that it would pay $33.50 per share in cash for Spirit, including a prepayment of $2.50 per share in cash payable once Spirit stockholders approve the transaction. There's also a ticketing fee of 10 cents per month starting in January 2023 through closing. If the transaction is complete before December 2023, the deal will be for $33.50 per share, increasing over time to up to $34.15 per share in the event the transaction closes at the outside date in July 2024. If the deal doesn't close due to antitrust reasons, JetBlue will pay Spirit a reverse breakup fee of $70 million and stockholders of Spirit a reverse breakup fee of $400 million less any amount paid to stockholders of Spirit prior to termination. For the Suncity News Center, I'm Jada Francis.
You're listening to the evening news right here on Suncity 104.9 FM. We'll have sports right after this. Chris Gayle makes return for St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots in a new 60 tournament. Having not played since the T20 World Cup in November, Jamaica's Chris Gayle will make his long-awaited return to cricket with the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots for the inaugural staging of the 60 next month. Gayle, who did not make himself available for the Caribbean Premier League CPL draft, will play alongside exciting opener Evan Lewis and all-rounder Dwayne Bravo. The squads for the August 24 to the 28 competition were confirmed on a Thursday, as the 6 teams will use the competition as a warm-up for the CPL, which runs from August 31 to September 30. In other sports news, 3 young reggae girls have received scholarships valued at thousands of United States dollars to help with furthering their educational goals this year. Jada Francis has the details.
Rachel Walters' Rooted to Rise, Javanae Jones, Tarania Plum Plum Clark Scholarship, and Davia Richards Golden Crust Atlanta Scholarship are given thanks for receiving the Reggae Girls Foundation scholarships. Richards, who plays for Jamaica's under-20 teams and is currently with Fraser's Whip Football Club, will be heading to Hill College in Texas this fall and sees the contribution as being of significant assistance. Hailing from Waterhouse in a community called Samarkand, Richards started out playing for Excelsior High School, winning 4 titles there. 18-year-old Richards has her sights set on making the senior team and eventually signing to an overseas outfit. 22-year-old Walters, who attends Jacksonville University in Florida, came up through the ranks playing with the under-15 and under-17 as captain and the under-20 teams. Walters, who received her Rooted to Rise scholarship from the foundation in May, said it allowed her to cover the cost for her optional practical training application. Optional practical training is a benefit available to international students in the United States who are enrolled in or completing a degree program. Currently enrolled in that program, she said without the Reggae Girls Foundation investing in her future, she wouldn't have the opportunity to gain invaluable work experience. Hailing from Spanish Town and a past student of St. Jago High School, Walters went on to the Jacksonville University and was part of the women's soccer team as an undergrad. Now 19-year-old Jones, goalkeeper for the Reggae Girls, will head to Iowa Lakes Community College this fall, and for her, the scholarship is more than receiving the money. It's confirmation that the foundation sees potential in her. Jones, who hails from the community of Druze and Kingston, has been in the Reggae Girls program since 2019, something she never envisioned. Now she's looking forward to making a big imprint, as well as taking her game to a high level and creating wealth in the process. President of the foundation, Michelle Adamole-Kun, commenting on the awardees, said they were selected based on 3 attributes: strong recommendations from their coaches and principals, they were focused, determined, and demonstrated a passion and drive to achieve their short and long-term goals. From the Suncity News Center, I'm Jada Francis.
That's it for the news update from the Suncity News Center here on 104.9 FM. Join us again at 7 a.m. for more news on this station. Please remember to follow us on all our socials. For Instagram and Twitter, look for us at Suncity104.9 FM and Facebook at Suncity Radio 104.9 FM. Stay tuned right here on Suncity Radio for the Heatwave Show.